Testing, 1, 2, 3, test, test, test. Testing, 1, 2, 3, test, test, test. Testing, 1, 2, 3, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Testing, 1, 2, 3, test, test, test. Testing on the backstretch. Testing on the backstretch. Testing in the grandstand area. Testing in the grandstand area. Testing on the backside. In the paddock area, there's a driver's meeting. In the paddock area at present time, a driver's meeting with presiding judge Mr. Danny McKinnon, associate judges Craig Mills, Joe Garib and Sean Tobin. Testing, 1, 2, 3, test, 1, 2, 3, test, test, test. Testing on the backside, testing on the backside. Testing, 1, 2, 3, test, 1, 2, 3, testing on the backside, testing in the grandstand area. The 7-dash card on tap here this afternoon at the Inverness Raceway opening day feature race. It goes in race number 7 at a field of 5. Feature race goes at race number 7. It's the winners over 1,000 last 5 starts. They go for purse $2,000 and a field of 5. The newcomer, Light My Shadow, owned by Angela McCarthy, and the trainer driver, Zach Mullins. He scores on the rail. Morning lined at 7-2. The favorite, Sunshine Lou, owned by Ray McKinnon and Liam McKinnon. Campbell McIsaac is in the sulky. 2024 Horse of the Year here at the Inverness Raceway. At a post 3, Spectrum Sealster, trained by Mary McQuarrie, owned by the Max Webster stable. Arden Mofford does the driving. East Coast Invader. Yet a 4, owned by Todd. And Monica Sutherland. Monica handles the driving duties. Post position 5 on the outside. Windermere Best Man. Red Doucette gets the call for trainer Lenny Henscombe. And the owner Simon Poirier. And Chad backed it out. Winners over 1,000. They go for purse of $2,000. Opening day post time is set for 1 o'clock. Correct time update showing on the board at 12:15. 1 o'clock is post time for the first drivers meeting in the paddock area. Any drivers listed to drive on this afternoon's card of racing and future driving here at the Inverness Raceway will have to sign a declaration form from your presiding judge, Mr. Danny McKinnon. Just the one qualifier here at the Inverness Raceway this afternoon on June the 1st. 3 entries: Laurie Merchandise and Ambrose Gillis, Damn Lucky and Andrew McLean, and Sure Gain at Rodney Gillis. They were by the quarter, 29 and 4 the half, 59 and 4 3/4, 130 and 3. Raceway trip, 2 minutes and 1/5. The winner was Sure Gain. Laurie Merchandise finished up second, and Damn Lucky finished up third. All 3 entries met the qualifying standards here at the Inverness Raceway, set out by the judges. Once again, Sure Gain, the winner in 2 minutes, 1/5. Laurie Merchandise was second, and Damn Lucky finished up third. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Inverness Raceway opening day. Post time set to go 1 o'clock, correct time of day showing on the board. There at 12:42. 1 o'clock is our post time, 18 minutes to post time on the first. Just the one qualifier here this morning. Sure Gain, the winner for Rodney Gillis. In 2 minutes and 1/5, Laurie Merchandise at Ambrose Gillis finished up second by a head, paced his own mile. In 2 minutes, 1/5, up for third, Damn Lucky at Andrew McLean in the sulky, 10.5 lengths back. He paced the mile in 2:02 and 1/5. All horses meet the qualifying standards set out by the judges here at the Inverness Raceway. If you're marking on your program, here are the corrections for this afternoon's Cardiff Racing. Race number 1, it goes as programmed. The first is clear. Over to race number 2. Race 2, equipment change on the 1. JG's Fireball off with the plain pole. And he adds a burr pole. That's on the left-hand side. Number 5, JJ's Knight's Image in the second. Equipment change. Off with the Hoodwood Cups, and he adds side cheeks. Adding side cheeks going on the 5, JJ's Knight's Image. Rodney Gillis was the driver in his qualifying race. They're on May 28th here at the Inverness Raceway. That'll bring us over to race number 3. Exacta Triacta Wagering number 3, La Playa Deo, is scratch sick this afternoon. 3 is out in the third. Number 5, Talk Some Smack. The driver in his qualifying race on the 28th of May was Danny Gillis. Danny Gillis was the driver. Equipment change on the 6, Free Proof. Minus the Z guide, and he adds a McCarran bit. That'll push us over to race number 4, race 4. Number 4, the great Betty White. Equipment change. He removes the blind bridle and adds blinkers. Race number 5, Exacta Triacta Wagering. Field of 5, it goes as programmed. Over in the 6th, first end of the late double. Equipment change. No, a driver change. Driver change on the 6th. Delightful Wine. Pencil in the driver, Mr. Andrew McLean. Andrew McLean is up. Feature race on this afternoon's Cardiff Racing. Winners over, they go for a purse. $2,000. Newcomer Like My Shadow. And Zach Mullen scoring on the rail. Sunshine Lou, 2024 Horse of the Year here at the Inverness Raceway. Campbell McIsaac back aboard. 3, Spectrum Sealster at Arden Moffat is in the sulky. The 4, East Coast Invader and Monica Sutherland. Scoring 5 on the outside, it's Windermere Best Man at Redmond Doucette. Field of 5, and the winner's over for $2,000. That's our feature this afternoon. Correct time of day at 12:47. At approximately 12:52, the entries will make their way from the paddock area. Post parade in the first, the entries are going as programmed. The entries moving down the backside on their way to Post Parade here for the first. On parade from the lower turn are the entries here in the first condition field. Downwinners 1 and 2 parimutuel race lifetime. They go for purse $1,100. GG's Johnny G. Scoring on the rail. Owned and driven by Travis McLean. Gussie McLean does the training. Too Filthy Phil, a 3-year-old Shanghai Phil. Owned and driven by Redmond Doucette. Lennon McIsaac conditions. 3 Miss Chili Pepper and owner trainer driver Tim Gillis. Up in 4 Miss Patricia B, owned by Melanie LeBlanc. Monica Sutherland is up. The 5 is One Can Dan. Redmond Doucette is the owner. Danny Gillis up catch driving here this afternoon, conditioned by Lennon McIsaac. 6 Mud Slide Lucas is excused Post Parade. In the backfield, here in the first, the 7 is Sioux Warrior, 5-year-old Malicious. All trained and driven by Sandy McNeil. Field of 7 here in the first, Exacta Triacta. Win, place, and show wagering. Post time for the first at 1 o'clock. We're down to 4 minutes now. 4 minutes post time here for the first. Entries up, second and final score. And we're down to 2 minutes now. 2 minutes on post time here for the first. Megan McQuarrie, could you text Shannon, please? Text Shannon, please. Megan McQuarrie. It's your last chance at the windows. Last chance to purchase pari-mutuel tickets. Here for the first. There's a look at the 6-month slide. Lucas and Rodney Gillis for Avery Frazier and Charles Frazier. Field of 7 here in the first. The entries have been called to the gate. Just a short delay over there in the paddock area over at the test barn. Just a short delay in the entries to be going to the gate. My selection here in the first, I went to the 5. One Can Dan. Redmond Doucette is the owner. He elected to drive the 2 Filthy Phil. Danny Gillis is going to fill in. He's going to catch drive. On One Can Dan, the conditioners Lennon McIsaac, the one start this year in the PEI Colt Stakes. They went for a purse of $19,300, finished up 4, picked up a check of $1,930, and paced a mile. In 1:59 and 1/5 came the last quarter. In 29 and 1. I went with One Can Dan, that 3-year-old Arthur Blue Chip with. For second, I went to the 2, Filthy Phil. He also raced in the stake race. They went for a purse $9,650. He finished up 6 by 6.5 lengths, but paced the mile in 2:02 for Redmond Doucette. Third start in his young career, a 3-year-old Shanghai Phil at Redmond Doucette. For third, I went to the 3. No, I went to the 6. Mudslide Lucas, a 4-year-old Becko Case. By Avery Frazier. Charles Frazier does the conditioning. Rodney Gillis in the sulky. Last year at 24 starts, 2, 7, and 5 in first 3s. And a little close to $5,400 in earning. Paced a mile in 2:01 and 1/5. Qualified for Charles Frazier, the trainer. And Rodney Gillis is in the sulky here. 5, 2, and 6, my call. Here for the first. Your officials for this afternoon's card of racing, our paddock judge is Linda Gillis. Starter is Mr. Joe Garrup. Gate driver is Mr. Leonard Wyris. Our presiding judge in the judges' stand here this afternoon is the senior Mr. Danny McKenna, and associate judges are Mr. Craig Mills and Mr. Sean Tobin. On video patrol, it's Brock McLean. Photo finish is Thomas Burke. Our timer is Carter McDonald. Shannon McLean is our clerk, of course. And our charter here this afternoon, our track manager is Miss Megan McQuarrie. Everything has been rectified in the test barn area, and the entries are going to the gate. Entries for the first are in the hands of your starter. Opening day here at the Inverness Raceway for the 2025 harness racing season. Entries come to the top of the lane. Condition field, they go for purse 1100. GG's Johnny G on the rail. Filthy Phyllis 2, Miss Chili Pepper. Out of 3, Miss Patricia B. 1 Can Dan is 5, 6 in the outside, Mudslide Lucas. In the backfield, it's Sioux Warrior. Field of 7. Here for the first. And off of the gate and away, and Filthy Phil. Heads out for the lead, Miss Chili Pepper. Up here, second on the outside, driving third on the outside. That is 1 Can Dan. In 4 at the rail, it's JG's Johnny G. Ducking in for 5. That's Miss Patricia B. Mudslide Lucas, and the trailer is Sioux Warrior. We're up past that opening quarter now and getting over to the pylons. That is the 3-year-old Arthur Blue Chip, 1 Can Dan. Up past that opening quarter and 31. Filthy Phil. Yeah, and Redmond Doucette driving second. Miss Chili Pepper is third in at the rail from 4. JG's Johnny G. Miss Patricia B on the move, ducks back down, and Mudslide Lucas comes to the outside, back 10 or so off Miss Patricia B. That is Sioux Warrior. We're on towards the 5/8 turn now, and 1 Can Dan had them at the half. 1 minute, 4/5. Filthy Phil. He's driving second up here, third Mudslide Lucas. Yeah, 4 Miss Chili Pepper. From 5, GG's Johnny G. Then Miss Patricia B, and your trailer is Sioux Warrior. 1 Can Dan still up front past that 3/4 and 132 and 4/5. Filthy Phil gets his call to come on the outside here now. The two of them here are owned by Redmond Doucette. He's on the outside. He swings and goes to the middle of the track. In at the rail, it's 1 Can Dan. On the outside, it's Filthy Phil. And 1 Can Dan is going to hold on for second. It's Filthy Phil. Mudslide Lucas up here for third. 5, 2, and 6 here in the first. 2:02, 1/5. Unofficially 5, 2, 6, and 3. One Can Dan, the winner. Filthy Phil was second. Mudslide Lucas third. Miss Chili Pepper finished up 4. 5, 2, 6, and 3. Unofficially here in the first. Coming back from the lower turn, winner here in the first, One Can Dan. That 3-year-old by Arthur Blue Chip at the Stonebridge Regal Mare. Winsong Lisa, his horse was bred by Michael Clary at a Montague, Prince Edward Island. Oh, by Redmond Deuce at Inverness, Lennon McIsaac does the training. Catch driver Danny Gillis. And the sulky Raceway trap, 202 and 1/5. That 3-year-old, One Can Dan, here in the first. And the first official, GG's Johnny G, finished up 7. Filthy Phil was second. Miss Chili Pepper 4. Miss Patricia B 6. One Can Dan, the winner. Mudslide Lucas 3, and Sioux Warrior finished up 5. 30 and 1 by the quarter, the half 1 minute 4/5. 3/4 132 and 4 in the race 1 trap. 202 and 1/5. Top the program it should read 724 613. Then a 5 on the bottom. 202 and 1/5. One Can Dan across the board, $4, 210 at 210. The place entry, Filthy Phil. 210 at 210. The show entry number 6, Mudslide Lucas, $2.50. Track combination 5, 2, and 6 at return track after backers, $17.10. Exact combination 5 and 2, $6 even. Up and coming, it's race number 2. It's the first end of the daily double equipment change. On the one, JG's Fireball has been posted in the downstairs area off of the plain pole, and he goes to a burr pole on the left-hand side. JJ's Knight's Image off with Woodward Cups. He had side cheeks here this afternoon. In the third, Take Out the 3, La Playa Deo, Scratch Sick. Talk some SPAC number 5. Danny Gillis did the driving on that qualifier on May the 28th. Number 6, a Free Proof in the third. Equipment change. He's minus a Z guide. And he adds a McCarran bit. As most people are aware, we are in the process and very excited about setting up a new sound system here at the Inverness Raceway. At present time, we are waiting for parts from the United States. 17 speakers, all in all, have to be set up here at the Raceway. For right now, we have a temporary system in order. We'll make altercations to it each and every day just to get by for the next 3 weeks. Everything should be up and running. And thank you to everyone who has and continues to support the Inverness Raceway with their goal of upgrading the sound system. Your generosity and encouragement is making this project possible, and we're excited for an even better race day experience in 2025 here at the Inverness Raceway. We can't wait for you to hear the difference. We'll see you at the racetrack. People doing the donating, there's quite a list here, and we're gonna name all these people just once here this afternoon. Albert McDonald Construction, Alex Sutherland, Brahil Duar Center of Frisco's, Angus McQuarrie, the Backstretch Crew, Beaton Racing, Bedecked Veterinary Clinic, Bowline Incorporated, Cabot Cape Breton, Carolyn McDonald, Colonel Smith, Damian McGinnis, Derek and Robin Ebbich, Donald and Damian McClellan, Dwayne and Valerie Newell, Eric McLean, Freeman's Pharmacy, G&L Stables, Inverness Dollar Store. It must be known somewhere stable. Ivan's Daughters, Jimmy and Ann Copley, JJ's Knight's Image, JJ McDonald, Kyle Burton, LAL Marketing Limited, Lockie Jr. McQuarrie, Lily Watson Stable, McCachran Fish Limited, McGinnis Stable, Mary and Eddie Copley, Mary McQuarrie, Mullen Stable, Natalie McKinnon, Neil McCachran, Onions to Go Stable, Ray Bradshaw, Route 19 Racing, Stanley Harper, The Corner Store, Wendell and Terry Harper, and Winnie White. They're just some of the donators. If anybody else would like to donate for that sound system, contact General Manager Megan Corey. Introducing the field here for the second. First in the early daily double, Quinella. Track to win place and show wagering, JG's Fireball. Owned trained by Gussie McLean. Travis McLean is up. Zero Stress Nora. Owned trained by Melanie LeBlanc, your driver, Mr. Redmond Doucette. Rankinville Seamus. At a post 3. Owned, trained and driven by Sandy McNeil. Up here in 4, it's real big. Marla McKay shares ownership with the trainer Lily Watson. Arden Mofford's in the sulky. JJ's Knight's Image, owned and trained by Eileen Beaton. This afternoon, it's Mr. Rodney Gillis. Rounding out the field, number 6 Makes Me Stupid, owned by the Max Webster Stable. Trained by Mary McQuarrie. Mr. Zach Mullins in the sulky. Field of 6, first and the double. Quinella track to win place and show wagering. The entries go to post. 5 minutes. 5 minutes on post parade. Here for the second. My selection, Here in the second, I went with the 1 GG's Fireball, making his first start on the season. He raced at the Northside Downs the last 2 Saturdays. Keegan Madden was in the sulky both times. Spent a lot of time on the outside, scored post position 6 in those 2 starts. He drops down in class here this afternoon. Travis McLean is home from out west to drive for his father, Gussie McLean. JG's Fireball, if he can get off the gate and get pacing, I like him to win it. For second, I went to the 2. Zero Stress Nora, on a train by Melanie LeBlanc. Top Rainsman, Redmond Doucette gets the call. He's in the sulky. 24 starts last year. 2 times a winner in 2 minutes, 4/5. And for third, I went to the 5. JJ's Knight's Image, on the train by Eileen Beaton. Rodney Gillis gets the call here this afternoon. 1, 2, and 5. My selection here in the second. It's the first end of the early daily double. 2 minutes post time for the second. It's your last chance to purchase pari-mutuel tickets here for the second daily double. Quinella track to win place and show wagering here for the second. The entries have been called to the gate. The number 1 JG's Fireball is in the paddock with equipment repair. As soon as he returns, the entries will be going to the gate. JG's Fireball has returned. Now the entries are moving to the gate. Entries for the second in the hands of the starter. Entries moving on the stable turn. Here for the second, first and the early daily double. Condition field, now winners 451 last 5. They go for purse of $1,175. Field of 6. From the inside out, GG's Fireball. Travis McLean, Zero Stress Nora. Redmond Doucette, Rankinville Seamus. Sandy McNeil, Rib and Arden Mofford, JJ's Knight's Image, Rodney Gillis, and Makes Me Stupid. And Zach Mullins down off the gate and away, and JG's Fireball heads out for the lead, driving second. That is Zero Stress Nora up here, third on the outside. It's Rankinville Seamus. In 4 at the rail, that is Real Big. Tucking there in the 5-hole, Makes Me Stupid in the backfield. That is JJ's Knight's Image. They're up toward the opening quarter now, and the 7-year-old Image of Donmare. JG's Fireball and Travis McLean are up front, setting the fractions. Pestered here on the outside by Rankinville Seamus. And they were past that opening quarter in 30 and 4. Driving here third, that is Zero Stress Nora. Up forward the outside now. On the move, that is Makes Me Stupid. Then at a 5, Real Big in the backfield. JJ's Knight's Image. We're past the half mile now. And comfortably up front after a half, 101 2/5. That is JG's Fireball. Second, Zero Stress Nora. Hooked out here, third in the outside. That is Rankinville Seamus in 4 at the rail. That is Real Big. JJ's Knight's Image. Heading backwards, it Makes Me Stupid. Up past that 3/4, JG's Fireball has extended that lead to 3 lengths second. That is Zero Stress Nora. Out here third on the outside, it's Rankinville Seamus, Real Big. Then JJ's Knight's Image, 132 4/5 past the 3/4, off the top turn and drive through the lane here. JG's Fireball is going to go wire to wire for second. It's going to be a Zero Stress Nora hanging on for third. It looked like the 3 Rankinville Seamus. Easy as 1, 2, 3 here in the second. 2:04. JG's Fireball, wire to wire. Back from the lower turn, winner here in the second, 7-year-old big pacing mare by Image of Dawn. Had the Too Funny for Words mare acting normal. This horse was bred by Jamie McKinley at a Prince Edward Island. He's owned and trained by Gussie McLean out of Port Hood. Travis McLean is in the sulky. Raceway trip 204. Winner here in the second, 7-year-old mare, JG's Fireball, goes wire to wire. And the second official, JG's Fireball, the winner. Zero Stress Nora was second. Rankinville Seamus third. Real Big was 5. JG's Knight's Image 4. That It Makes Me Stupid was 6. By the quarter, 30 and 4. The half, 101 and 1. 3 quarters, 132 and 4/5. Raceway trip 204. Top of the program, it should read 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, then 6 on the bottom. JG's Fireball across the board, 510, 240, 280, placed at 2. Zero Stress Nora, 810, 510. The show entry, Rankinville Seamus, $4 even. Quinella combination 1 and 2. It returned $5.90. Tracked combination 1, 2, and 3. It returned $19 even. Up and coming in the third exacta and triacta wagering. Take out the 3, let's play it day. Oh, he scratched sick. Talk some smack. Danny Gillis was the driver in that qualifier on May the 28th. Number 6, Free Proof. Equipment change minus the Z guide, and he adds a McCarran bit. That's 6, Free Proof, here on the third. On parade from the lower turn there, the entry is here in the third condition field. Downwater 601 last 5, also eligible, $5,000 claiming. They go for purse $1,300. AB's Future, $5,000 claimer scoring on the rail. Well, by G.G. Stone and Max Stable, Bernie McDonald trains. Rodney Gillis does the driving. Bet on Locust, owned by Ed Harvey. Monica Sutherland trains and drives. La Playa Deo, the 3 entry, is scratched sick here this afternoon. The 4 Sweet Success, owned by Keegan McLean. Campbell McIsaac trains and drives. Talk Some Smack, owned by Kevin McDonald. Kevin trains. Travis McLean in the sulky. A newcomer to the Inverness Raceway, an 11-year-old classic Card Shark. $5,000 claimer owned by Route 19 Racing. Lewis McDonnell trains and drives. 7 Finer Things owned, trained by Lily Watson. Arden Mofford is out. Field of 7 cut down to a field of 6. 5 on gate, 1 the back tier. That'd be Finer Things and Arden Mofford. Field of 6. Here in the third, Exact Triacta, Win Place and Show Wagering. My selection here in the third, it was going to be the 3 La Playa Deo. He scratched sick here this afternoon. So I went to the rail entry, AB's Future, an 11-year-old driven to win stud. He raced all and most of his starts here at the Inverness Raceway. That's an 11-year-old. Is owned and bred by the G.G. Stone and Max Stable, yet a Port Hood. In 2024, he had 18 starts, 4 times a winner. His fastest being in 59 2/5. Rodney Gillis gets the call this afternoon for conditioner. Bernie McDonald. He's installed at $2.90 showing on the board. I went with the 1. AB's Future up to what it here now. For second, I went to the newcomer, Free Proof. 24-time starter last year, a winner in 203. He's purchased by Route 19 Racing at a Long Point. Lewis McDonnell. He does the training and the driving, and the reason I went with him, he purchased another one last year, the claimer Southfield Sandy, and he was an 11-time winner last year. So I went with Free Proof to finish up second. And for third here, I'm going to go the 2. Bet on Lucas. Monica Sutherland for Ed Harvey. He had a Tata McGush, a 4-time winner last year. 2 minutes and 3/5 at the Flamborough Downs in Campbellville, Ontario. My call here in the second, or in the third, 1, 6, 2. We have a new starting gate here at the Inverness Raceway, a new starting gate at the Inverness Raceway, and a kind donation of $10,000 each, provided by 3 businesses. A very generous donation of $10,000. That's for our new car over there on the backside, the new starting gate. We put it in the hands of Leonard Wyris and the starter, Mr. Joe Garrett. The donations coming from B.A. Watson Construction Limited, proprietor Mr. Barry Watson. From Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating, and from Ideal Concrete. That's B.A. Watson Construction Limited, Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating, and Ideal Concrete. A generous donation of $10,000 apiece going into that beautiful starting gate over there on the back side. Thank you very much to those businesses. Down to 2 minutes now. The entries have completed. Their second and final score. We're down to 2 now. 2 minutes. For post time here in the third. Entries here in the third. In the hands of your starter. Entries for the third, second end of the early daily double condition field, with also eligible $5,000 claiming with allowances. Field of 6, AB's Future on the rail of Rodney Gillis, bet on Lucas. Up in post 2 in Monica Sutherland. Sweet Success to move in closer. Campbell McIsaac talks some smack. Travis McLean, Free Proof. Lewis McDonnell in the back tier, It's Finer Things. And our offer. Gate picks up speed. Down off of the gate and away in AB's Future. In at the rail up front on the lead. Second on the outside, Sweet Success driving. Third, Finer Things. At 4, that is Talk Some Smack. Up here in 5, bet on Lucas in the backfield. It's Free Proof and Lewis backed it out. Field of 6, straightening out, heading up past that opening quarter. And the 11-year-old AB's Future in Rain and Rodney Gillis. Up front, setting out the fractions, he's at $5. And 10 cents on the board past that opening quarter. In 31 2/5, second is Sweet Success. Third on the outside, Talk Some Smack. Finer Things in 4, bet on Lucas. Up here 5 on the outside. In the backfield, that is Free Proof. We're heading past that half mile, and AB's Future comfortably up front down the lead. Talk some smack. Comes to call here second on the outside for Travis McLean. He tries to go back to back. 102 2/5. At the half mile up the backside, and the 3/4 up and coming, and AB's Future still up front down the lead. Talk some smack. Second and gaining, and takes over the lead on the outside by a nose. AB's Future down at the rail, comes back on. Sweet Success is third. Bet on Lucas is 4. Then Free Proof and Finer Things. 133 2/5. And AB's Future back to the lead by 3/4 of a length. Talk some smack is second. Up here third. That is Bet on Lucas. We're driving through the lane. AB's Future. Talk some smack. Up here to win it. Second, AB's Future. Bet on Lucas. Up for third. Raceway Trip. 203 1/5. Talk some smack in the late stages up to win it. Travis McLean, he goes back to back. AB's Future second, and Bet on Lucas third. Coming back from the lower turn to the winner's enclosure. A recent purchase of Kevin McDonald at a Port Hood. He does the training. On the 6-year-old, be pacing gelding by Art Speak at the Australios mare. Australian. This horse is bred by Joanne Colville, Nancy McNiven, Robbie Meritmo out of Ontario. Travis McLean goes back to back. A good race, wedding trip, the entire way. 203 1/5, 6-year-old. Talk some smack here in the third, and it's official. AB's Future second, Bet on Lucas third. La Playa Dale with Scratch, Sweet Success 4. Talk some smack, the winner, Free Proof 5, and Finer Things finished up 6. 31 2, 122 2, 133 2, 203 1. Top of the program, 2-3 scratched, 4-1-5, then 6 on the bottom, 203 and 1/5. Travis McLean for Kevin McDonald, 460, 210 and 230. The place to 1AB's future, 380, 240. Show entry, the 2 bet on Lucas, $4.30. The try came back, $28.20 for that try combination of 5, 1, and 2. Daily double, 15, it paid $8.90. Exact combination 5 and 1. That came back $14.20, $14.20. Up and coming here in the 4th. Equipment change on the 4. Betty White removes the blind bridle and he adds blinkers. Blinkers on the 4. Betty White. Quinella, Triacta, win, place, and show wagering. 50-50 on sale here this afternoon. We'll draw upon completion of race number 6. On parade from the lower turn are the entries here in the fourth classification. Winners 230 per start, last 10. They go for purse $1,500. Scoring on the rail, JJ's Jumanji, a 5-year-old mare, homebred and trained by Gussie McLean at a Port Hood. Travis McLean is going for a driving triple. Here in the fourth, I See True Grit, Monica Sutherland for Melanie LeBlanc. JJ Aurora has Redmond Doucette. Wayne Gillis shares ownership with the trainer Bobby McLeod. The 4 is the gray Betty White, 4-year-old Arthur Bluchet, owned by Darlene McClellan, Brock McClellan. Zach Mullins in the sulky. 6 Lion Swift has J.J. McDonald as the owner-driver. Lenny Henscombe does the conditioning, rounding out the field number 6. Windmere Don't Matter, owned by Alec Sutherland and Malcolm McCacken. Alec does the training. Rodney Gillis in the sulky. Field of 6 here in the fourth. Quinella tracked. Win place and show wagering. Entries going to post in 5 minutes. Entries on the way back, second and final score. And you're down to 3 minutes now. 3 minutes post time here for the fourth. A very windy afternoon here at the Inverness Raceway. The entries have been called to the gate. Entries called to the gate. The one entry, JG's Jumanji, is returning from the paddock area. Equipment repair. That's been rectified. Now the entries called up to the gate. My selection here in the fourth, I went to the 6. Windermere don't matter. Windermere don't matter. 23 starts last year, 2 wins, 3 seconds, and 4 thirds. Paced a mile in 2 minutes and 4 fifths. This 10-year-old by Articulator, trained by Alex Sutherland, co-owned with Malcolm McCacken, has the services of Rodney Gillis in the sulky. For second, I went to the 3, JJ Aurora. Only trained by Bobby McLeod. He shares ownership with Wayne Gillis. 5 wins last year, his best in 2 minutes, 3 fifths, right here at the Inverness Raceway. This 5-year-old by Hilarious Halo collected $4,790 last year, a 5-time winner. He gets the services of Redmond Doucette. And for third, I went to the one, JG's Jumanji. Travis McLean looks like he can do no wrong here this afternoon. Back-to-back winners. He goes for natural. Driving triples. He's installed at $4.50. The favorite is the 6, Windermere Don't Matter, and Rodney Gillis. He's at $3.80. Entries for the 4th in the hands of your starter. Once again, we ask for your patience. In the next couple of weeks, we're installing a new sound system. Costs a lot of money. Waiting for parts from the United States. When it's up and going, everything completed, should be about 3 weeks. And it'll be something to be heard. Top of the lane here in the 4th condition field. JG's Jumanji, I See True Grit, JJ Aurora, Betty White, Lion Swift, and Windermere Don't Matter. Fill the 6 all on gate. Air off the gate and away in JG's Jumanji. Heads out for the lead. I See True Grit. He's driving second on the outside, challenging for the lead here now, and I See True Grit. And Monica Sutherland heads up front on the lead. JG's Jumanji is second. Back there, 5 lengths. That is JJ Aurora, the great Betty White. Up in 4 for Zach Mullins. Windermere Don't Matter is 5. And Lion Swift. Can see them all there in the backfield. We're past that opening quarter. And the 13-year-old, no pun intended, I See True Grit by that quarter in 30-3. Up here second, JG's Jumanji. Third, JJ Aurora. Betty White is 4. Then back 5 there. That is Windermere Don't Matter. Lion Swift is in the backfield. Yet to be heard from. Approaching the half now. I See True Grit still up front. JG's Jumanji patiently here second. JJ Aurora is third. Betty White, Windermere Don't Matter, and Lion Swift 101 and 4. They were by that half mile. They're up the backside, and the 3/4 is up and coming. J.G.'s Jumanji. Travis McLean looking for that driving triple. He ups on the lead now to 5. Second is I See True Grit. Windmere Don't Matter. Betty White and J.J. Aurora. He's up front by 7. 133 and 3 past that 3/4. Off the top turn and through the lanes here now. And J.G.'s Jumanji. And Travis McLean, that's a driving triple. Put it in the bag. They're back 10 lengths. Betty White is second. Then up third, Windmere Don't Matter. J.G.'s Jumanji. Travis McLean driving triple. Race winning trip 203 and 4. Because of that blistering wind here this afternoon at the Inverness Raceway, judges have issued a 1-second variant. Coming back, the winner here in the 4th. 5-year-old brown pacing mare by Hilarious Halo at the Cambest mare, Abby Bast. He's owned, bred, and trained by Gussie McLean out of Port Hood, Travis McLean. He's home from out west. He's got himself a natural driving triple. Not too many can say that here at the Inverness Raceway, that natural driving triple. He's back here in the 4th with J.G.'s Jumanji in 203 and 4/5. J.G.'s Jumanji, 203 and 4/5. Congratulations. Fourth official, J.G.'s Jumanji, the winner. I See True Grit 5, J.J. Aurora 4. Betty White was second, Lion Swift 6, and Windmere Don't Matter finished up third. 30 and 3 by the quarter, 101 and 4. 133 and 3, 203 and 4. top the program, 154.26. Then 3 on the bottom. 380, 230, 210. The place, the 4. Betty White, 310, 310. The show, the 6. Windermere don't matter, $3.10. 1-4 Quinella, $9.20. 1-4 try, $32.50. Up and coming in the 5th, field of 5. Condition field, also eligible, $9,000 claiming. They go for per 1,700. And the entries are going as programmed here on the 5th. Once again, a thank you to everyone who has and continues to support the Inverness Raceway with their goal of upgrading the sound system. Their generosity and encouragement is making this project possible. And we're very excited for an even better race day experience in 2025 here at the Inverness Raceway. We're just waiting for some speakers coming in from the United States. When everything is up and going, it should be something we'll be able to hear from everywhere. There'll be speakers on every second pole here at the Inverness Raceway. It should be loud and clear. We just ask for your patience for a couple of weeks till we get everything up and running. Our generous donation of $10,000 apiece to our beautiful new starting gate. That was donated by B.A. Watson Construction Limited, proprietor Mr. Barry Watson, Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating, and Ideal Concrete. Thank you very much for your very generous donation to that beautiful new starting gate over there on the first turn. Field of 5 here in the 5th. The entries going as programmed. 9 minutes. Post time on the 5th. The entries for the 5th are moving down the backside on towards Post Parade. On parade from the lower turn are the entries here in the 5th. Non-winners 1,001 last 5. Also eligible $9,000 claiming. They go for purse 1,700. Avery Fraser and Dylan McLean. The owners of the One Lofty Shadow, Charles Fraser trains. Erd Mofford drives. I Got Socks at a post 2. Anita Gillis shares ownership with the trainer DF for beaten Rodney Gillis. Between the wheels, 3 Custards Dungeon by Jamie Struthers Jr. and Sr. Zach Mullins trains and drives. 4 Woodmere Heather M. Owned by Atlanta Peterson. Melanie LeBlanc trains. Monica Sutherland drives. Redmond Doucette on the 5, Dirty Bobby. Redmond shares ownership with Andy Stewart. And Redmond also does the conditioning on this 5-year-old Pensway. Having a look at this field here in the 5th, I went to the 2 I Got Socks. The 5-year-old stud by Lambretta. Anita Gillis at a Judek shares ownership with the trainer DF for Beaton. Rodney Gillis in the sulky, 29 starts last year, a 10-time winner. 10-time winner, his best in 57. I Got Socks, my top choice here in the 5th. For second, I went to the 1. Lofty Shadow, owned by Avery Fraser and Dylan McLean. Charlie Fraser train. Arden Mofford is in the sulky. And for third, I went to the 3 Custards Dungeon, a 2-time winner in 17 last year, owned by Jamie Jr. and Sr. Struthers. Zach Mullins gets the call. 1, 2, and 3, my call. That's 2, 1, and 3. 2, 1, and 3, my call here in the 5th. The entries have completed their second and final score. We're down under 2 minutes now, under 2 to go. The entries for the 5th have been called to the gate. The entries for the 5th in the hands of your starter. The entries for the 5th are moving on the stable turn. Condition field nominators of 1,001 last 5 also eligible. $9,000 claiming Lofty Shadow. On the rail in Arden Mulford, I Got Socks and Rodney Gillis. Custard's Dungeon. Zach Mullins. Woodmere Heather Amp. Monica Sutherland. Dirty Bobby. Redmond Doucette. Field of 5. Gate picks up speed in this strong wind here at the Inverness Raceway, heading into that first turn, and Lofty Shadow up front on the lead, second on the outside. That is I Got Socks, third on the outside. That is Custard's Dungeon. Had a 4 Dirty Bobby up there in 5. That is Woodmere Heather Amp. Everybody has a seat here now to the opening quarter, and I Got Socks. The 5-year-old stud up front on the lead. Lofty Shadow up here second, tight in third. Then is Custard's Dungeon at 4. Dirty Bobby in the backfield. Woodmere Heather Amp. 32-1. A moderate opening quarter through that strong wind and the half mile. I Got Socks is going to pick it up here now because he's got company coming. Custard's Dungeon on the outside. Here with Zach Mullins in third at the rail. Lofty Shadow driving the second over cover is the 18-time winner of last year, Woodmere Heather Amp. And Monica Sutherland in the backfield, grabbing on there. That is Dirty Bobby. 103 3. They were by the half mile, and I Got Socks is down in class. And up front on the lead, Lofty Shadow is here second. Custard's Dungeon. Dirty Bobby's going down the rail. I Got Socks. Lofty Shadow. Dirty Bobby 134 2. Past that 3/4 off the top turn and drive through the lanes here now. And 5-year-old I Got Socks is going to bring them on home, and Rodney Gillis. He's going to try to go wire to wire for second. Lofty Shadow. Then up third, Dirty Bobby to the mile. I Got Socks, Lofty Shadow second. Up here third. That is Dirty Bobby, 204 3. I Got Socks here on the 5th. Judges inquiry, judges having a look at the stretch drive here through the lanes. Lofty Shadow on the 5, Dirty Bobby. Judges having a look, a reminder. Please hold all tickets. From the lower turn, 5-year-old Big Fishing Horse by Lamberetta. And the Western Hanover mare, Reimburse. This horse was bred by Corey Manning at a Belmont in Manitoba. Anita Gillis at a Judic shares ownership with the trainer, the effort beaten in the sulky Rodney Gillis. He goes wire to wire, 204 3/5. The 10-time winner from last year in his season debut here at the Inverness Raceway in 2025 goes wire to wire, 204 3/5. Judges inquiry in the stretch drive here on the 5th. $50.50 on sale here at the Inverness Raceway. We'll draw upon completion of the next dash, race number 6. Last chance for the 50-50. Judges had a look at the stretch drive. No violations here on the 5th. And the 5th, it's official now. Lofty Shadow second. I Got Socks the winner. Custard's Dungeon, he was 5. Woodmere Heather Ramp. It was 4. Dirty Bobby 3. 32-1, 103-3, 134-2, 204-3. Top the program, 215-4, then 3 on the bottom. 204 3/5. I Got Socks for Anita Gillis and DF for beaten Rodney Gillis in the sulky. 215 try, $32, 20 cents, $32 and 20 cents. That triactive combination there in race number 5. The exact combination, 2 and 1. $13.30, $13.30. Up and coming here in the 6th, field of 6. Andrew McLean on the 6th, Delightful Wine, penciling the driver, Andrew McLean. Our 50-50, we're at 12:05. Our 50-50 winning driver here in race number 6 will pick out that ticket for us. Last call for the 50-50. Up and coming here in the 6th, number 6, Delightful Wine, Andrew McLean in the sulky. Entries leaving the paddock area on towards Post Parade. My call here in the 6th, I went to the 1. Southfield Sandy, a 9-year-old by Western Paradise, an 11-time winner from 27 last year. Lewis McDonnell. He does the conditioning, he does the driving for Route 19 Racing at a Long Point. He was a winner here in 59 at the Charlottetown Driving Park last year. For second, I went to the 2, Cruising Again. He was a 6-time winner last year and over $8,000 in earnings. Rodney Gillis gets the drive for It Must Be Noon Somewhere Stable. DF for Beaton tries to go back-to-back, as does Rodney Gillis. And for third, I went to number 4. Yacht Sealster, owned by Cole Mullins, Angus McQuarrie, Bill Basker, and James Struthers. Zach Mullins does the training driving. 1, 2, and 4, my call here in the 6th, and introducing the field. From the lower turn, first in the late daily double, Southfield Sandy. By Route 19 Racing, trained and driven, Lewis McDonnell. Cruising Again, it must be Noon Stable somewhere, the owners. The effort beating the trainer, Rodney Gillis. In the sulky. Eastward Old Fun at a post 3, G.G. Stone and Max Stable. They're the owners. Bernie McDonald does the conditioning, Danny Gillis in the sulky. The 4 Yacht Sealster, owned by Cole Mullins, Angus McQuarrie, Bill Basker, and James Struthers. Zach Mullins trains and drives. The 5 is What's Up, Doc? Owned by John McClellan. He does the conditioning, Red Deuce setup. And 6 Delightful Wine, the catch services of Andrew McLean. For Erlen Campbell, the trainer, is Madison Poirier. Field of 6, Quinella track, win, place, and show in the first end of the late daily double. It's your last chance at the windows. Last chance to purchase pari-mutuel tickets. Here for the 6th. Favorite showing on the board at present time is the 2. Cruising again at a Rodney Gillis. He tries to go back to back here with the effort beaten trainees. This time cruising again for the must-be Newton Stables somewhere at a Little Judic. Rodney Gillis tries to go back to back on this 6-time winner in 2024. At $5.40, the 1 Soutfield Sandy and Lewis McDonnell, an 11-time winner last year. He's racing for Route 19 Racing. Already they had a winner here this afternoon and talked some smack. My mistake. Talk some smack is Kevin McDonald, owned and trained by Kevin McDonald. He was a winner here this afternoon for Travis McLean. The highlight on the afternoon, Travis had a natural driving triple. JG's Fireball in the second, Talk some smack in the third, and JG's Jumanji in the fourth. Entries for the 6th. They're in the hands of the starter. Entries for the 6th in the hands of the starter. First and the late daily double. Southfield Sandy and Lewis McDonnell cruising again. Rodney Gillis, Eastward Old Fun, Danny Gillis, Yacht Sealster, Zach Mullins, What's Up Doc, Redmond Duke said on the outside, Delightful Wine, Kit Driver, Andrew McLean. Nice field of 6 from the top of the lane. Gate picks up speed. Down off the gate and away. And Southfield Sunday hitting zone for the lead, cruising again a second. Third on the outside, looking to pop in the 2-hole there. That is Eastward Old Fun. Settling in fourth, that is What's Up Doc at a 5. That is Yacht Sealster in the backfield, Delightful Wine. They all got a seat. We're heading to the opening quarter. Lewis McDonnell and 9-year-old Southfield Sandy is up front on the lead, driving here second. That is Eastward Old Fun cruising again as third. What's Up Doc at a 4. Up here in 5, that is Yacht Sealster in the backfield, Delightful Wine, 30 and 3. Good opening quarter to the half mile now, and Southfield Sandy full of himself up front here on the lead by 2.5. Second is Eastward Old Fun. That back another 2.5. Cruising again. Go back 3 more. Catch your What's Up Doc. The first one on the move through that wind. And it's a hard wind. That's Delightful Wine, then Yacht Sealster. Half mile in a minute flat. Up the backside and the 3/4 up and coming. And Southfield Sandy is still up front second here. That is Eastward Old Fun. What's Up Doc? Out here closing third on the outside, 4 on the outside. That is Yacht Sealster. From 5 cruising again. 3/4, 132. And they're traveling through this thick and gusty wind. Southfield Sandy brings them on home. What's Up Doc is gaining with every stride. And through the lane, Southfield Sandy. What's Up Doc? Look at Yacht Sealster coming. But Southfield Sandy, he hangs on. Yacht Sealster, look the nose out. What's Up Doc? Southfield Sandy, wire to wire, 2:03 and 1/5 here in the 6th. Judges have issued a 2-second variant there for race number 6. For the remainder of the card, it'll be a 2-second variant through that heavy wind here this afternoon. Opening day here at the Inverness Raceway. We're going to draw for that 50-50. We'll have a winner for you momentarily. Coming back here, winner. No stranger to the winner's circle here at the Inverness Raceway, an 11-time winner from last year. Southfield Sandy starts off the debut for the 2025 harness racing season. He goes wire to wire for Route 19 Racing at a long point. Trainer driver is Lewis McDonnell. He's going to draw that 50-50. He's bringing back the 9-year-old Big Pacing Gelding by Western Paradise. And the Camluck mare, Frangelica. Woodmere Farms at Marshfield, Prince Edward Island. Bred this a 9-year-old by Western Paradise. Once again, an 11-time winner last year. Starts off 2025 right there in the winner's enclosure. And driver Lewis McDonnell. Sixth official, Southfield Sandy. Wire to wire, the winner. Cruising again, 4 Eastward Old Fun 6. Yacht Sealster second. What's Up Doc third. And Delightful Wine was 5. 30 and 3 a minute. 132, 203 and 1. Top the program, 14623, then 5 on the bottom. 680, 480, 230. Place the 4 Yacht Sealster. 540, 260, show the 5. What's Up Doc 360. Quadelic combination 1 and 4 or 4 and 1. It came back 2630. Trifecta 1, 4 and 5. $64.90. $64.90. Up and coming in the 7th. The go-home pace. The winner's over 1,000 last 5. A good purse 2,000. Newcomer, Like My Shadow. Recent purchase of Angela McCarthy. And the trainer driver, Zach Mullins. They team up here with Light My Shadow, an 11-time winner last year at the Fraser Downs. Out West. Sunshine Lou, 2024 Horse of the Year here at the Inverness Raceway. He's installed as the favorite. The 9-year-old by Sunshine Beach, a 6-time winner last year. He's best in 57 and 3. He comes out of post 2. And the regular teamster Campbell McIsaac up. Spectrum Sealster, Arden Mofford, East Coast Invader, Monica Sutherland. And Windermere Best Man, Redmond Doucette. $2,000 winners over. That's next. $1,413. Right? The winner of this afternoon's 50-50. Winner of this afternoon's 50-50. Jim McLean, Port Hood. Jim McLean, Port Hood. $1,413. Inverness 50-50. It's the best in the Maritimes. Once again, a special thanks going out. The special donations of $10,000 apiece put out by B.A. Watson Construction Limited, proprietor Mr. Barry Watson, Ian Tate Plumbing, and Ideal Concrete. A very generous donation, $10,000 apiece. Thank you very much for supporting the Inverness Raceway and that beautiful new starting gate. On parade from the lower turn are the entries here on the 7th. It's the winners over. They go for purse $2,000, exacta triac to win, place, and show. Wagering here on the 7th. Like My Shadow, a 6-year-old shadow playing, 11-time winner last year in 52 and 4, his best at Fraser Downs. Like My Shadow, by Angela McCarthy, trainer driver, and the other is Zach Mullins. Two Sunshine Lou. Leah McKinnon shares ownership with the trainer Ray McKinnon. Campbell McIsaac in the sulky. Spectrum Sealster is up here in post 3 on the Max Webster stable. Mary McQuarrie does the training. Arden Mofford up. East Coast Invader, owned by Todd and Monica Sutherland. Monica trains and drives. At rounding out the field, Windermere Best Man, a 7-year-old Melissa, owned by Simon Poirier and Chad McDonnell. Lanny Hanscombe trains. Redmond Doucette is in the sulky. Field of 5 here in the winners over for 2,000, going to post in 5 minutes. 5 minutes post time for the 7th. And in the 7th, I'm going to go with the 4. East Coast Invader, 6-time winner last year, an 8-year-old. I roll with Harry. Owned, trained, and driven, Monica Sutherland. Bred and owned by Todd Sutherland. His best 57 and 4/5 at the Northside Downs last year. Very close to runner-up to the Horse of the Year. I'm going to pick him for 2nd. Last year's Horse of the Year, 9-year-old Sunshine Lou. He's by Sunshine Beach. Bred by the Hudson Standardbred Stables Incorporated out of Quebec. Leah McKinnon shares ownership with the trainer Ray McKinnon. Campbell McIsaac is in the sulky. And for 3rd, I went to the newcomer in front of you there with those 2 head pulls on, Like My Shadow. A 6-year-old by Shadow Play, owned by Angela McCarthy, and trainer driver, and the owner, Mr. Zach Mullins. 4, 2, and 1, my call here in the 7th. Down to 2 minutes now. 2 to go. The entries for the go-home pace are moving on the stable turn. Good field of 5. They go for purse $2,000. Light My Shadow. And Zach Mullins on the rail. Sunshine Lou and Campbell McIsaac. Spectrum Sealster, Arden Mofford, East Coast Invader. Monica Sutherland, Windermere Best Man. Out of Redmond Doucette. Field of 5 come to the top of the lane. Gate picks up speed. Here they come. They're off and racing, and Sunshine Low in the middle looks for the lead. On the outside, Windermere Best Man. A quick crossover for Redmond Doucette. Keeps him steady in that first turn. He's up front by 2. On the lead, second, Sunshine Low. Third is Light My Shadow at a 4. At a Spectrum Sealster. East Coast Invader can see them all in the backfield. We're passing at opening quarter up front. That is Windermere Best Man. It's the fastest this afternoon, 29 4/5. Through that strong headwind. Second here on the outside. Here's the newcomer, Light My Shadow. And Zach Mullins out here 3 wide to the half mile. Windermere Best Man, he just picks it up on the lead, and he's under tight lines to Redmond Doucette heading to the 5/8 turn. Windermere Best Man, 59 2/5 past the half, tries to get a breather there. Sunshine Lewis second. Up here, third, Light My Shadow. East Coast Invader from the backfield. He's trying to sweep them all. Spectrum Sealster's going down the rail. 3/4 is approaching, and Windermere Best Man is up front by 2. Sunshine Lewis second, 1:30 2. Past 3/4, Windermere Best Man is going to try to gut it out through this wind. Second, Sunshine Lou tries to get closer, but Windermere Best Man is bringing them on home, and he does it correctly. He's opening it up. Windermere Best Man. Second is East Coast Invader. Sunshine Lou is third. 2:01 2/5. Windermere Best Man here in the 7th. Unofficially 5, 4, 2, and 3. Judges had a 2-second variant over this heavy wind here at the Inverness Raceway on opening day for the 2025 harness racing season. Coming back into the winner's enclosure. The winner of our feature this afternoon, it's a 3-time winner from last year, Windermere Best Man, 7-year-old by Malicious at the Art Escape mare Arte Blanche. Windermere Farms out of Prince Edward Island did the breeding. He's owned by Simon Poirier and Chad McDonnell. Lenny Hanscombe does the training. Redmond Doucette in the sulky through those heavy winds. 201 2/5. That's a good race winning trip here this afternoon in those conditions. Congratulations. 7th official, Light My Shadow 5, Sunshine Lou 3, Spectrum Sealster 4. He's Coast Invader 2nd, Windermere Best Man. He was the winner. 29 and 4, 59 and 2, 130 and 2, 201 and 2. Top the program. 5, 3, 4, 2, then 1 on the bottom. 201 and 2/5. Redmond Doucette and Windermere Best Man. The $2 daily double, 1 and 5 coming back. Nice ticket, $60 for that double. Exacta, 5 and 4, $70. 50 cents, $70.50. Triacta 5, 4, and 2, $125.40. That's a wrap for this afternoon. Next card of racing here at the Inverness Raceway, we're going to post next Sunday, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is our post time We're getting some more parts coming in each and every week. It's going to take a couple of weeks. We're going to upgrade that sound system, and it's going to sound terrific. So that's a wrap for this afternoon. Until next time. On your way home, take your time and have a safe and pleasant drive. Good afternoon.